Hello YouTubers, YouTubies, donuts and potatoes from all around. My name is Donut Potato and welcome to the channel. Today we will be playing The Binding of Isaac Rebirth. So today is my first video, so this was just sort of an introduction video that I wanted to talk about the channel. So I'm not going to be talking that much about the game, which is why I picked Binding of Isaac, because it's a pretty easy game to understand, I think. If you don't know what it is, it's a game where your mom tried to kill you, so you jumped into your basement and you fight monsters and get items until you fight your mom. It's a pretty weird game, but it's very, very fun. It's on Steam for $15. It's a remake of a other game called The Binding of Isaac. And if you want to learn more about it, head over to the Binding of Isaac Rebirth wiki, and you'll learn everything you pretty much need to know. So, about the channel. This channel is going to be sort of an all-around gaming channel. We're not just going to be focusing on one game. I know some channels focus on only Minecraft or only The Binding of Isaac, but this channel is going to be all different sorts of games. So, for example, I have a list of games, and three of which are the BioShock series, and the Half-Life series I was thinking, and then certain games like The Binding of Isaac, Mark of the Ninja, and games like that that we're going to play along this journey. But for today we're just going to be playing The Binding of Isaac. I also will be doing some co-op games, not with my friends. All my games so far, they'll be PC games. I doubt that we'll ever be playing console games because I don't have a console and I do not plan on getting a console. But, so for now you'll have to just enjoy PC games. That's pretty much all I have to say about the channel. So, if I get any positive feedback on a certain video, I probably will make bigger series of that video. Other than that, the only games that I'll actually be completing are games like the BioShocks, games that are actually story games, because games that are like Binding of Isaac, if you're actually planning on completing the whole thing, one run may only take a half an hour, but the entire game is it's a 200+ hour experience, so we're probably not going to be playing the full Binding of Isaac. That right there, for any of you who have not played, is a good item. I'm very glad I got it. It's a 1.5 damage multiplier, bringing my damage up to 3. It's very important to get damage at the beginning of the game. Let's grab our heart and go on to the next floor. Now, on the next floor, I'm not going to want to take any red heart damage, and this is because if I take no red heart damage, then I have a super high chance of a devil deal. And what devil deals are, is they offer me items, pretty good items normally, in exchange for hearts. And normally these items do damage ups, sometimes they do other things. They're generally very helpful. So what I'm doing right here is I'm destroying these poops, because poops give you coins, and sometimes I think they can give you other things like health they can give you. But it's generally good to destroy poops because you can get coins. Sometimes I won't just because I'm too lazy, but that's just me being lazy. So you're actually firing your tears because you're so sad that mom is is trying to kill you. So you're firing your tears. Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's a very weird game. If you look in the top left corner, you will see all my not items, but pickups, and that would be keys, bombs, and health a little bit above that, and spacebar item. My spacebar item, you can see it has a 4-room recharge. It's that little feather in the corner. Every 4 rooms I can use it, or if I pick up something that makes it recharge faster. Coins are used for buying stuff in shops, plus you can give them to beggars, or you can gamble with them. Bombs are used for blowing stuff up and damaging enemies and blowing yourself out of rooms. And keys are used for unlocking locked rooms. If you look in the top left, right to the right of my spacebar item, you will see my health. The blue ones are soul hearts. Those are the ones that I can lose and still have a devil deal. It's very good to get soul hearts. I get soul hearts normally from tinted rocks, which if you saw me blowing up a random rock earlier, that's a tinted rock. They're sometimes blue and they're always marked by an X. So they're very helpful to blow up. They can give you more bombs, they can give you keys, they can give you soul hearts, they can give you a chest, and they can give you an item, and it's a damage up, so it's a good item. So what I just got right there was my first achievement. That is because I beat the basement, and that gives me a new item. So now I'm just gonna grab this. This is my boss room item. I don't like this boss room item because it just gives me some bombs and a little bit of a health up. You can see I now have a black heart in the top right. When I lose that, all enemies in the room will be damaged. This room beneath me, this is a devil deal. I didn't get the kind where you have to pay health. I just got the kind where you get 3 boxes. These are not the kind that I like, though I did unlock a new character because of this, because Lazarus is only unlocked if you get 4 soul hearts, and a black heart counts as a soul heart, so now I have 4 soul hearts. So I guess that was kind of a worth it thing, though I didn't get much more than just a few soul hearts, which is pretty annoying. But let's move on. If you see in the bottom right, I have, just wait till we get to the next floor, you see in the bottom right, I have a pill. And pills, they can have either a good or bad effect. There are certain items that tell you what the pill's effect is going to be. Other than that, you won't know until you take the pill. I'm not going to take it because I'm worried about the bad effect. I'm not super well off right now. If I was, then I'd probably take it because then I wouldn't have to worry too much about a bad effect affecting me that bad. That was pretty bad. I took a lot of damage there. I shouldn't have done that. But anyway, we're just going to move on. And there, that was really bad. So, yeah, I'm not playing my best today. I haven't actually played this in a while, though I have played a lot in total. So, the virus. So this means that if I touch enemies, I will damage them. It's not the most helpful, though it can be kind of helpful. If you're... Later in the game, you get items that give you invincibility. Well, I guess they could even appear now. But items that give you invincibility, it's helpful if you get those, because then you can just run around touching enemies, and they'll all die. And that's pretty helpful, because it does a lot of damage. Well, at least for the earlier floors. You'll notice as I go on, I'm now on the caves rather than the basement. The enemies get harder as I move on to different floors. I'm going to use the bomb here to bomb through these rocks so I can get to this chest. That chest didn't have anything in it that was useful for me because it only had a red heart. Now, I had a devil deal last floor, which means it's probably rare for me to get one this floor. I'm going to use my spacebar item here. It didn't actually do anything to the boss. I don't actually like this spacebar item that much. But, so I'm probably not going to get a devil deal this floor since I got one last floor. But you might as well always try. So I'm going to try not to lose any health. Now, it's pretty bad that my spacebar item didn't do anything to the boss, because it does actually do a fair amount of damage, but it's completely random where it hits. So, it didn't hit this boss at all. It can do a lot of damage, and it's very helpful when it does. Maybe we will see it doing a lot more damage later on in the run. It's generally considered a pretty bad spacebar item. Oh, and that was terrible. But luckily it damaged all the enemies in the room, which means that did give me a little bit of a benefit. I'm probably not going to lose all my soul hearts here because he is almost dead, and I have a lot more health to go before I have to go down to red hearts. 4 more hits actually, as long as none of them do 1 heart of damage. You see, everything does a half heart of damage except for certain enemies, such as champions. So, and this is an angel room. If you don't take a devil deal, which I didn't because I only had chests, you get angel rooms. They generally have pretty bad items. This is a pretty good item. They have a few really good items. They have a few mediocre items. I think it's generally better to get devil deals. This is a good item because it means you can only take a maximum of a half heart of damage. And that is really key for a stage that we will not be seeing in this video, but it is called the Womb. It is unlocked when you beat Mom for the first time, and since we are only going to be beating Mom for the first time in this video, I hate these enemies. Since we're only going to be beating Mom for the first time in this video, we hope, well, we're not going to be worrying about the Womb. However, there are champion enemies that would normally do 1 full heart of damage to me that are only going to do 1 half heart of damage, so it's pretty helpful. I would say it's overall a good item. So, going back to the channel, don't expect, but I'm probably not going to do that many episodes of The Binding of Isaac. Ooh, that was bad. I think this is a tinted rock, so I'm going to blow it up and see if it is. It was. So I'm probably not going to go do that many episodes of The Binding of Isaac, so don't expect a whole series on it. Just a few episodes. This is sort of just an introduction episode. I'm not sure how far we'll get. Not super far. Maybe we'll unlock a majority of the characters or something. I don't have a set plan right now, but yeah. Also, in terms of schedule, I don't have a real schedule. I plan on uploading every Saturday or Sunday. Now, I'm going to bomb this. This is a tarot card up here. I also have one in the bottom right of my screen. They give you random things. This one will double my keys, I think, when I use it. So I'm going to wait to the end of the floor to use it, just in case I get more keys this floor. Because if you think about it, that'll give every key that I get is an extra 2 keys. Though, actually, I'm not, because this room requires keys, so I'm going to use it now. Because in that case, every key that I'm spending is spending 2 keys. This is a room, they can have a bunch of random things in it. These will recharge your spacebar item, so I'm just going to show that now because my spacebar item is pretty useless. If I use it, then I grab that, it's an instant recharge. This is not a particularly good room. I don't think it's worth the 2 keys that I spent. Had I had a good spacebar item, yeah, probably worth the 2 keys. Like, there you see my poison damage going into effect. And it's damaging those enemies that I touched. Though I still wish I hadn't touched them. Preferable to not to. This is a pretty controversial item. It gives you a random effect. I'm not really sure if I want to use it because it can give you a bad effect. Wow, that was not an amazing effect. And I took damage having to use it. So, you can see it's not an amazing item. It's not an item that's particularly useful or anything. However, I am going to, I think, recharge it a bunch of times, or once, because it can give you a certain spacebar item that gives you health, and it would be very nice to get some health. That was not helpful at all. That spacebar item that it just used, it's called Tammy's Head. It's pretty helpful if you get certain things. Now, it wasn't helpful in my situation. That was terrible. I used Kamikaze. Kamikaze is not something I want it using. That just makes you explode, and it does damage to enemies. So, I don't want to be using that. This spacebar item, it's very controversial. I don't like it at all, really. But it's better than Crack the Sky. Crack the Sky is just bad. So, let's just kill these little maggots, they're called, and get out of this room. This to the left of me, that's the shop. The shop I can go into, it'll give me, I'll show you it actually. It might give me an enemy. No, it didn't. It gives me an item for 15 coins, and which I can't buy because I only have 6, and a option for something else for 5 coins, which I'm not going to buy. Instead, I'm going to donate to the donate machine. When you donate to the donate machine, it carries over between runs, and it gives you items depending on how much you've donated. So, it can be pretty helpful. It can give you really good items, but that's only if you donate a lot of money. It can also give you bad items, and that's if you... So I'm going to want to pop my lover's card here so that I don't die, because I'm not playing well today. And that was a good one. That makes all the enemies scared of me, and it makes me sort of... It's Pac-Man. I mean, it's a reference to Pac-Man. There are a lot of references in this game, by the way. And it makes me Pac-Man, and it makes me run around the room and damage all the enemies. And it's a fun spacebar item, and it's a fairly useful spacebar item. Though it can be a little bit difficult because all the enemies are scared of you. So that would mean that they want to run away from you, which means that when you're trying to get near them, they're trying to run away from you instead of the normal where they try to get near you. But it can be very useful. It's not as useful as certain spacebar items. There are certain spacebar items that are just very, very useful, and you know that when you grab them. You just, like, there's this item called the D6. It re-rolls in the items, so if you get a bad item, then you just use the D6. Oh, re-rolls. You don't get a bad item. You have a new item. It could still be a bad item, but you can just re-roll it again. Well, not infinite times, but every time you get your recharge up. So we're gonna go check out our curse room here because it's only gonna take red heart damage, and I have a lot of red hearts laying around on the floor. It is kind of sad that I don't have any soul hearts. I am gonna use this once here just to see what it is, and it gave me this again, which is a bummer because I could have used that in a normal room. The reason I used it there is because just in case it gave me something good like a health up. Well, not a health up, but so. That was pretty bad. These can actually give me soul hearts, so I should be bombing them. So, it's pretty tricky to bomb all of them at once. And, of course, I took damage again. So, I'm just going to grab this and go. Not exactly the best floor ever. Didn't get any good items, really. It wasn't ideal. So, let's just move on to the next floor. Let's get this floor over with. Mom, who is our goal for this episode, is at the end of the depths 2, and that is after the caves 1 and 2. Here you see I am now on the depths 1, and then after this we'll be on the depths 2, and then we will fight Mom. So, oh, should not have taken damage there. I didn't think he was going to do that attack. It's been so long since I've taken damage from that attack. That was pretty sad. This is not good. I'm not getting any good spacebar items. Then again, there are some runs where you don't get any spacebar items. Actually, I think I want to grab this instead, even though it's sometimes considered worse. It just summons a bunch of random bombs. That right there is a beggar. They can give you items. They can sometimes give you bad items. Sometimes they will take too long and not give you any item at all. You just pay it money, and I'm gonna take this pill right now just because I am in a bad situation, and even though earlier I said I want to be in a good situation before I take a pill, if I'm in a sort of desperate situation, which I am now, I'm going to want to be taking pills, because it's kind of hard for it to really affect me that much at the moment. See, okay, so if you see that enemy who's kind of shooting at a tier every once in a while, that's a champion. They have more health. They deal more damage, though they don't deal more damage to me because I can only take a half-hearted damage. But they're pretty annoying. I don't like them. But, ooh, gotta grab that key. That noise, that is the noise of Mom's hands dropping. You'll see in a second here they will drop right there. Maybe it's only one this room, I'm not sure. I'm just waiting for it to drop. These rooms, they always worry me, because you hear her hands, you don't know how many there are, especially when there's other enemies in the room, then it's a major problem. Even when they haven't dropped for a while, they can still drop, so you think, oh, they're dead, and another one appears, and it's pretty annoying. I'm not going to go into that shop because I only have 2 coins, and that really can't buy me anything unless there's something on sale, and that would only be a red heart on sale, and I don't need red hearts because I already have some laying around on the ground, I'm pretty sure. And anyway, it's not that hard to find them if I don't. And like in this room, well, I suppose I need to use a bomb to get that to that one. But that was pretty bad. Should not have taken damage there. I might not get a devil deal now, which is sad because I do need the damage. There are certain items in the devil deal that can really be considered run winning. There's certain trio of items that can be considered run winning also, and it is if you get 3 of the guppy items that turns you into guppy. And guppy is very, very powerful. Guppy spawns a blue fly every time you get hit, and blue flies will fly around, attack enemies, and do twice your damage. And they'll disappear when they attack an enemy, but they are very helpful. So these guys are annoying, so you have to destroy their little piles after they die. So you can kill them infinitely times. If you don't destroy their piles, well then, nothing's gonna happen. So, let's just move on here. So I'm wondering if you guys have any ideas for the channel, just let me know, because I'm open to suggestions. I already have a fairly big list, and if the game is a big game or something, I might not play it for a while. But I'm always open to suggestions. Yeah. Let's check out our item room here. That is okay. It gives me every other shot I have an extra damage shot. I'd rather just have the damage distributed. This guy will take my keys and give me stuff. I'm gonna give him a few keys. Come on, man. That was terrible. Revenge Fly is not what I wanted. Though Revenge Fly is not terrible, it's definitely not good. A Soul Heart, don't grab that yet. I'm going to grab that right before the boss room because the way Devil Deals work is it's a plus 99% chance if you take no red heart damage on the floor. I've already taken red heart damage on the floor, so might as well not grab it now and risk losing it before the boss room. So plus, I think, 35% chance if you take red heart damage on the... If you don't take red heart damage on the boss room. I'm going to grab this health real quick. Okay, oh, I could have used my spacebar item to see if that would have given me it, but no matter. So I'm going to grab it for the boss room. And then it's a minus 50% chance, I think, if you use it, if you had it last floor. This boss I do not like one bit. Though also I think I have an item that, do I have pentagram? I do. That was my first item, or my first boss item, I believe. And pentagram, it gives me a plus 35, I believe, percent chance of Devil Deal every floor. This boss, I really don't like him. He's pretty annoying. I don't think he's super hard. He's definitely not the hardest. He's just very annoying because he's always jumping, and whenever he jumps in pairs, and then he spawns enemies the second time he jumps. And then he shoots at you and he kills these enemies. And those enemies make tears fly around the room. So basically it's just a massive red beam of death and tears flying around the room. It can get pretty confusing. I was pretty lucky to not take damage there, but I'm probably going to end up taking damage this flight. It's a good thing that he can kill those enemies, because otherwise there would be thousands of them on screen, because I never bother to kill them. Let's just... Okay, good, he killed them. So... Come on. So, yeah, we're just going to try and finish him off here, hopefully without taking any red heart damage. Though we haven't taken any soul heart damage, and he's more than halfway down. Or any damage whatsoever, he's more than halfway down. So, I'm feeling pretty confident about this. Normally I do take some damage to him. So, just as a clarification, I'm not amazing at this game. I'm pretty good though, because I have a 300 hours clock between this game and the last game. So if you're just starting to play this game and you're like, oh, but I didn't beat Mom on my first run. Yeah, that's not normal to beat Mom on your first run. This is just the first run on a new save. Placenta, that's very good, and I'm glad that I got this Devil Deal. Except for that is a bad Devil Deal item. I'm gonna grab it anyway, just because. And grab my Soul Heart. I think that's all it is. Let's head down to the next level. So, this is the Depths 2. This is the final level before Mom. Here we go. We are going to... We can't get a boss rush, which is if you beat Mom in under 20 minutes, you have a chance of getting a boss rush, which just gives you an item and spawns 15 waves of bosses and has a chance of giving you a second item at the end. It's not good. It's not really a good thing. Joker! Now that is helpful. That teleports me to the Devil Deal, which now the Devil Deal is amazing. Look at these Devil Deals. So, okay, so Joker teleports me to the Devil Deal, which is good, because I'm not going to get it at the end of this floor anyway, because defeating Mom will end the run. But look at these Devil Deals. This is the Pact. I'm going to grab that. That is a very good thing. Damage plus tears up, plus 2 soul hearts. So now my damage is still at 3, but my tears are at 2. I am very happy with that. And this is Little Brimstone. And I unlocked Azazel, because I did 3 Devil Deals. So 2 character unlocks this run, and Brimstone does that. Now, normal Brimstone is better than Little Brimstone, but Little Brimstone is extremely helpful. Now, I'm not going to grab that last Devil Deal item because I'm pretty sure that either kills me or puts me down at no health, which means that any one hit from any room will instantly kill me. But I am very happy. I'm in a very good situation now. And let's just move through this run. I kind of forgot about Little Brimstone. Sometimes when I have enough damage, I do. Even though I don't even have enough damage right now. I don't have all that much damage. Like, last run I played on my old account, I had full 7, or I don't know if full is 6 or 7. Yeah, it's 7 little pippets of damage. So, and that's not actually full damage. You can get higher than that. That's just full that it shows. After that, it just shows like you're getting, like you're not getting any, but you actually are. So you could still get damage up past that. I'm pretty sure the max in the old game was 256 damage. I'm not sure what the max this game is. Probably the same thing, though it might be higher, because this game is, the old game, it started off as a Flash game, so they couldn't do very much of it. That's kind of why they made the remix. And so, yeah. In Eternal Hearts, not really helpful to me. Those, if you make it to the end of the floor with it, it will give you an extra health. I won't be to the next floor. I won't be making it to the next floor because, like I said before, we'll end the run. We're gonna blow up these because they can give you things. They only gave me one of those dudes, which is kind of bad, but no matter, generally worth it to blow up those. Though, my recommendation, if you're new, blow those up after you've defeated all the enemies in the room. Because if they spawn another enemy and all the enemies are defeated, then you can just walk out of the room and the other enemy will despawn. But if you spawn another enemy and not all the enemies are defeated, once you defeat all the other enemies, you still have to defeat the enemy it spawned before you can walk out of the room and end it. So, that's my recommendation. This is not a particularly good item. Spider Baby, I'm not even really sure what it does. Sorry about that. I normally know what most items do. Here's our shop. Habit, not helpful. We're just going to donate. That's generally a very helpful item. It recharges your space item. You see there, it recharges your space item every time you get hit. You see there, I got a, well, not an achievement, the new item unlocked. That's because I donated 10 coins. There we go, another new item unlocked. And 21 coins donated on our first run. Not bad, I would say, for a first run. So, these rooms, you gotta be careful, because you may not have enough speed to actually make it through without. These guys, they're pretty annoying. But we found our boss here, so now we're just gonna kill the boss and end off the episode here. And this is Mom, for those of you who don't know. She's I don't know, she's not the most difficult, that's for sure. Considering the fact that she's only the first of the final bosses. But she's generally pretty difficult, especially if it's your first time fighting her. It's rare to take like no damage on her. At least for me it is. I know there are certain players who are super good and can go pretty much the entire run. So there we go. We're gonna watch this little ending thing.
With the
I'll be
desire
quiet.
to serve her God was bearing down on Isaac. I will do as I am told, my lord. I love you above all else. Isaac's mother repeated to herself. This was the end of the line for Isaac. His mother was far too strong for him. But just as he accepted his fate, God intervened, sending an angel down from above to stop his mother's hand. And just like that, it was over.
There's Isaac. So there you go, guys. That's the Binding of Isaac right there. Pretty fun game. I would definitely recommend getting it if you want to. And it's not that expensive, only $15. We're just going to watch the credits real quick here. I'm going to unlock a bunch of things afterwards. So, yeah. We're going to be doing some, later on, we're going to be doing some streaming, or not streaming, but videos with my friends, Bison Hyson and Hot Penguin. So you see I'm unlocking all these things now. This is because I beat Mom for the first time. So Bison Hyson and Hot Penguin, definitely check out their channels. They're awesome people. Great, they're supporting me. So if you like my content, check out their channels. And this has been the Binding of Isaac. I hope you all tune in next time. I am Donut Potato. I bid you all farewell.